Hello, thank you so much for purchasing with Medium Emary. Hello, my dear. I hope you are doing well. It is nice to hear from you and to check up on any vibrations now. I have your questions. I'm going to start off with clearing out the energy first, and then we will begin shuffling the cards and seeing what comes through, what I'm picking up for you here. All right. So we pray now. We ask the universe and we ask the cards to reveal to this client what she needs to know in this present time. I ask spirit guides of mine to help me interpret the information to her in the best of my abilities, and that the information that comes through may come through as accurate, specific, and detailed as possible. Anything of negative vibration or negative energy is not welcomed in this reading, as I ask to receive information from God's higher purpose and God's higher intention. I am open to spirit for her, so any information that spirit can bring through the cards or through my senses, I'm open to receive. Again, anything of negative vibration or negative energy is not welcomed in this reading. So I ask to receive information from the white light. Thank you. Alright. Clearing out the energy here before we begin. El Palo Santo. Alright, so let's start shuffling here. Your first question is, as I told you yesterday before I was completely asleep, someone said my name. It was quite deep. And when I tried to go back to sleep, that same person screamed. I had a feeling it was a woman, not a man, but I could be wrong. But like someone who wanted to talk to me, probably someone unhappy with me or with himself or with the situation I am today with the man who I live with. Could you please see who this person was? His mother, perhaps, who passed away in August. What's interesting is you said, I feel like it was a woman, but I feel like it was actually a man. And I do feel like it is probably somebody related to this person that you, the person you live with. It feels like a man. And I don't really feel like they were trying to, like, they needed help or anything like that. I don't feel like it was anything like serious to that nature, because usually, like, before I go to sleep, I'm like in this in and out sleep where I literally get flashes of spirits of what they look like when they're human, and I get like visions and stuff all the time, like really weird random visions that make no sense. I write them down usually, but I really do feel like it was a spirit contacting you. And I feel like it was somebody you possibly didn't really know. I do feel like this is a man. It's interesting you said a woman, but I feel like it's a man. And I feel like it's connected to the person you live with. So either a grandfather figure or father figure. And I feel like he's unhappy. So you're right about that. I don't feel like this person in the spirit's happy. And I feel like it's just sad, so it's kind of just attracting to whomever has like a lot of light, if that makes any sense. So I would say to sage, cleanse your area, cleanse your space, and they're just kind of taking advantage of the fact that your light is so big, and also you're connected to him, the person you live with, and also like it's just, I don't feel like he really wanted to say anything. I feel like he's just unhappy and he has no one to bother. This feels like a father or grandfather figure. This feels like an older male to me. An older male coming through. I'm picking up an older male. And I feel like he just had nothing else to do and he wanted to bother you, I feel. And he is unhappy, so you're right about that. And I really do feel like you're attracting this because the person you live with has very negative energy. And it's very draining energy. And it's like it's been being put on you. So you're picking up that draining energy, and then to top it off, when you're in that vulnerable state and you're not really protecting yourself really well, you can pick up on negative spirit. So that's why I feel like this man, I don't feel like he's super harmful, but I just feel like he's unhappy and he was driving you a little crazy and bothering you and getting to your head. I feel like this is a grandfather, father-like figure. I feel like this is a person that the person you live with had issues. He had issues with this person, or his family had issues with this man. Um, Maybe like family issues, or there was a disconnection with this male from the family because someone didn't get along with someone. But there's something where there wasn't great communication in the end with this male. Again, this could be a father, grandfather, uncle figure. I'm not sure who this could be. I don't feel like you met him, but there is a definite disconnection with this person, and this person is unhappy. And I feel like definitely it's connected to the person you live with. Um, and then when you feel like there's an unhappy feeling, that's when you know it's not usually your guides trying to communicate with you. I know there's sometimes we get, as people, like, as us being sensitive, we do get visions of certain things, certain events that could be very sad or like very negative. But you could tell that it's an event, or you could tell it's premonition or psychic vision. But when you know it's a spirit talking to you, you can hear them saying your name. That's a different story. But that's what I'm picking up. Question number 2. This year I've decided that I will, but definitely please cleanse, sage, imagine a white light. You can even put your hands out, imagine a white light, and say, whatever spirits are here, go home. I send you home with love. I send you to the light with love. You have to say that out loud. I would say that's the best. Question number 2. This year I've decided that I will sort out all my problems and move on with my life. As you know, I've been with this person with 11 years. I knew from day one that he wasn't the right person for me, but I decided to stay with him because I felt sorry for him. My boss and I were talking about my situation, trying to find a solution for me. He said I could live in the second house, which is empty, so move there and ask for divorce. I was planning to do this around June or July. I want guidance from you. Do you think this will be a good decision? To move into the second house in June or July? Is this a good decision? I don't want to ruin the relationship between me and my boss, if you see what I mean. I understand you completely, my love. As some people say, not to get so close because they don't, not to shit where you eat, if that makes any sense, in general, or to drive them crazy or whatnot. So I completely understand. So let's see here if moving to the second house is a good idea for this client within June or July. Let's see here for this person. June or July. Is it good for her to move into the second house with the... Oh, these came out. So I'm going to pull out one more here. Let's see here. Alright, so the feeling I get is, I don't like sugarcoating things, and I know you want to get out of there. I see, it's not, they're saying, like, keep your options open. That's what my guides, not my guides, your guides are saying. Keep your options open. This usually represents when there is, like, you're not sure of the future, especially when it comes down to moving or going away, things like that, or like moving, relocating. This focuses on that, travel, relocating, or moving away from a certain house, whatever, whatnot. The fact that's reversed, it means that they're saying to keep your options open. I'm very much feeling that. But they're saying it's worth it. So this whole process with the divorce and you wanting to now really go forward with your life, they're saying yes, it's gonna be a very long process, a long journey, but it's worth it in the end to go through with this divorce, because this is something that you've been holding on to. This is something that you've been aware of, and it's been very much affecting you. So it's good to stay to go after this risk that you're taking, which is leaving and deciding to divorce. It's a great idea. It's just going to be a very long process and a long journey, but they're saying to keep your options open with this whole move. So for June or July, it's possibly saying, your guides are possibly saying, there's going to be probably another option open of where you can move or how you could get out of there. They're just not giving me a complete go on that. Maybe somebody else is going to offer a different option for you. Because I am feeling like that's not really an option. Keep your options open. Don't just be fixated on that only choice. I'm gonna see here if they're saying to keep your options open, or they're saying to move forward with it. Yeah, most definitely. So you got temperance, which means patience. Stay strong, but be patient, okay? And what you want's gonna happen. You just have to be patient and keep your options open. There's still time, but focus on still what you know you have to do, if that makes any sense, okay? But keep your options open. I feel like another option's gonna come along the way. All right. So let's go on to number 3. Seems like my boss and I are somehow jinxed for now. The past 8 months, we worked super hard and um, we're very close. A transaction, it failed at the last moment as we were jinxed. My big project was about to be closed with the ushering, and right at the end, they decided to drop everything. Wow, that sucks. I'm so sorry. We're still working on it with different government. Also, we were working on our transaction, but everything's so slow and it's draining me. I feel like if I leave everything, go back to and leave everything behind, I will regret it. A part of me wants me to finish what I have started, and the other part of me wants me to leave everything, go for join my family, forget about everything I have done here. If you see what I mean, as you have predicted in your last dream, my parents have sold the house and they will be moving to Costa Rica. It's where I was born to. Bordeaux near my brothers. Very nice. I'm so proud of them. My question is, do I stay here in England? Okay, let's ask you. Should she stay here in England and work for her boss and see if I can make something out of it, or do you think it's worth it that I'm just wasting my time? Should she move out of England or should she stay? That is the question here. We would like to ask her guides. Please reveal to us what she should know. Should she move or should she stay in England? Is it worth it? Should she move or should she stay in England? All right. I don't remember. I never usually pull it out like this, but I feel like John. All right. So let's see here again. It looks like it's talking about your relationship with the person you live with. Obviously, there's a disharmony and a very toxic energy to it. So it's, for me, it's basically telling me staying in England. Let's just confirm it here. Let's ask, should she stay in England? Should this person stay in England? Okay, so I'm gonna be honest with you. The actual answer I'm getting is I don't feel like you should stay in England. I feel like you should leave. I don't. It's not that it's not worth it. The feeling I'm getting from the cards is that you're always gonna be disappointed. It's like you're always gonna. There's always gonna be a failure feeling to the situation. And there's always something that's going to make you disappointed in the whole process of whatever you're going through with your boss. So it can mean that there's never going to be that full satisfaction out of it. Maybe it's trying to say that it's not going to go through in the way you want it to, and you're going to be like with this loss, this lost feeling of like, what do I do next? What's the next option? So you're always going to be disappointed. It seems like it's never going to fall out in the way you want it to. It's going to be a constant struggle I'm feeling, and it's a kind of feeling like, it's going to be a disappointment and a turn down with this situation with your boss constantly. So it'll be either up or be down. It'll be up and it'll be down, but in the end you'll be like left with nothing. That's the kind of feeling I'm getting, and that's why the loss card comes in. This means when there's like a loss, disappointment, it's like what you worked for, it's like there's a loss of some sort. Okay. So it's kind of saying that it's they're not telling you to not do it. It's just saying if you do it, it seems like you're not going to always be fully satisfied with it, and something's going to go wrong with this situation. It seems like it's ready. It's weird. Like I'm getting a feeling like it's cursed already. Like the situation you're doing with this boss. It's like cursed already. And it's funny because you said jinxed. And I think that's the feeling I'm getting. It's like cursed already. So whenever you're trying to make it work, it's not going to work. It's weird because I don't know exactly why, but it seems like it's not supposed to happen. In the way that you guys are doing it, or in the way it's supposed to. It seems like to me, if it does happen, a lot of things will happen. Like a lot of problems will come up. A lot of people will get involved. I don't know. There's this feeling like a lot of things will be stirred up. That's what I'm picking up. So it's kind of like a blessing in disguise, if that makes any sense. Um, so what you're trying to do is gonna affect a lot of people, and it's gonna affect also people who are like they actually they live off that. They live off of doing that, so it's like gonna affect their money or their money income. It's a weird thing I'm getting. And then there will be like an energy of like war, or people being mad at you, or mad at what you're doing. So it's gonna be a constant battle, and it's gonna be a spiritual warfare. That's the energy I'm getting with this. So it's kind of saying like you're not going to always be happy with this situation, because there's always going to be a disappointment with it, and it's going to be very energy draining. You're drained now, but it's going to be really, really, really draining if it goes through, which I don't feel like it will. It seems like there's always going to be something missing out of this situation. So it's right now telling me staying in England wouldn't be a good idea. And I think that's why the first card asked about the boss of you moving to the second house. Keep your options open, you know? So I'm going to ask, so if you should go to your family. Let's see here. And then we'll move on to number 4 and then 5. Funny because your fifth question is about losing something, and it could possibly mean the losing of the transaction, or losing the fact that you know that you have to leave things behind. That's what that can mean too. But let's see here. If you're going to be moving over there, should she move over there? You see, it's creepy how the cards work and how spirit works. So you got the Hermit, which means still think about it, reevaluate, research, look into it, the possibility of moving where your family is. You're going to be much happier, and things are going to work out once you're over there. So it's giving you a go to move where your family is. But they're saying, again, you have free will, so you could still think about it, and you can still weigh out your options. But it looks like to me that where you are now and what you're doing now and the things you're dealing with now is only going to pull you down and hold you down from going forward. And it's going to be very draining, energetically draining for you, hun. So it's crazy how these cards even came out right now. This means happiness. And this means a celebration. This means family too. An event, a family event, celebration, getting together, reuniting with people. So it's very, very interesting. And then the Hermit obviously says, you could weigh out your options, think about it, but this is how we see it, and this is probably a better option. So let's go on to number 4. Do you see me divorcing my husband this year? Do you think I will ever have the courage to do it? So, okay, so she would like to know, will she be divorcing her husband this year? Will she be divorcing her husband this year? This client of mine, will she be divorcing her husband this year? Will she be divorcing her husband this year? Woo! Jumper. You got the High Priestess. Very interesting. I'm going to pull 2 more. Very strong, interesting card. Okay. Kind of eerie too, but I'll tell you what I'm feeling from it. Should she divorce? Will she divorce her husband this year? Will she have the courage to do so? Will this client have the courage? I'm kind of putting the cards near your messages. Oh! I love these cards, my love. I love these cards. They're coming out. Will she have the courage to divorce her husband this year? Whoa! got literally, like, this question was so powerful that the cards are jumping out for you. I feel like a yes, but your guides are saying, again, it's up to you. I love how the cards say that. It's like we like telling you things and we could give you a heads up, but you have free will. You got the High Priestess, which means you know what's right for you. You know what you have to do. This is all about intuition. Your gut feeling's telling you what you should do. Like, if you know you're not happy, then why are you staying? There's so many reasons to why you shouldn't stay. There's so many reasons why you shouldn't continue with this relationship. So focus on your intuition. It's all about what you feel, they're telling me. And you know what's right. We don't need to tell you, they're saying. And then to top it off, they're saying, you will be okay on your own. This represents, the Queen of Pentacles represents a woman who's independent, has money. Not what I mean like rich, but what I mean is somebody who can like survive on their own. And whatever they go through, they figure it out and they make things happen. So this card's saying like, so once you make that decision, you will be okay. You will find ways to be able to make things happen for yourself. You will be okay. You're not gonna be alone. We'll be supporting you. Things will, you'll make things happen and you'll be okay on your own. Like you will be fine. Like this is a confirmation, they're saying. And then the last card, which is beautiful, represents happiness, being emotionally happy. And again with the family. So this can mean reuniting with your family over there. And there's a beautiful energy to it. It's a 10 of cups. It means completion. It means just being happy emotionally with your family. And it means emotionally being good, feeling good due to you following your intuition. So that's like beautiful. It's like a beautiful answer to that question. I do feel like you will do this year. And I do feel like you will have the courage. You just have to pay attention to your intuition and believe in yourself. Okay. Next question is, last question is, you said in one of your previous readings that this year will lose something or someone. Are you able to tell me what it is? So we'll confirm it. I do feel like it will be you leaving behind this life you've experienced in England. I feel like it's that life. You letting go of things that you know you have to let go of. I think that's the loss it's focusing on. So let's see here. What will she lose this year? Something or someone. I think it's, for me, the answer is letting go of things that no longer serve you. I feel like you're going to let go of a lot of things this year that no longer serve you, which will make you feel more happy in like a healthier way. So let's see here. What will she be losing this year, this client? Someone or something. Every time I do your reading, hun, the cards are so strong in revealing what you need to know. It's just your guides are very powerful, and that doesn't always happen in every reading I do, and I think I've told you that before. You got the same two cards again. Look. Alright, so the feeling I get for that answer is what I've been saying, is I feel like what you're going to be losing this year will be you leaving behind and losing the things that you've been just holding on to in like a negative way due to you having fear and stuff. So I feel like this year you're going to be letting go of a lot of things that no longer serve you. It's going to be a struggle, so it's going to be hard for you, and you're not going to feel ready because of just all the overwhelming feelings you've been experiencing. But again, Queen of Pentacles, you can do it. You can make it out on your own. You will be fine on your own. You will be fine, they're saying. But you won't be by yourself because there's a family here. And it's showing you're going to be feeling emotionally good again. You remember it? And to top it off, you have the skills to let go of these things that no longer serve you, to lose that person, let's say the person you live with, to lose that transaction, because in the end it's only draining you, and it's been only bringing you a lot of stress. And I'm telling you from the cards itself, I know you still want to fight it, but I'm picking up, like, I want to give you a heads up. I feel like it's not worth it. I feel like it's going to be draining and it's going to be constant. There's like a curse in the situation already. Okay. And it's due to the fact that there's like bad things will happen if this works out. That sounds weird, but there's something with that. And I feel like your guides are protecting you and you're being protected. They don't want you to get yourself into that. So it's kind of like saying stop here, like stop here. There's no more need to push through. It will only you will only hurt yourself more. That's energy I'm picking up, but that's pretty much it, hun. I very much hope I was able to bring some clarity. I'm always here for you, and this year can be very transformative for you unless you allow it to, my dear. And it was a pleasure. And I love every time I read you. The cards, like, they're just so straightforward, and your guides are very strong through the cards. And again, that spirit that tried to communicate with you, just cleanse your room, sage. You have to find protection prayer to use before you go to sleep, because again, when you go to sleep, there's constant interference, and I feel like that male. It's just, I also feel like the person you live with picks up stuff, and it's this negative thing that goes to you. But that person, I feel like most definitely is connected to him, and I don't feel like he had a good relationship with him, or he didn't really know him. I'm not sure, but there's this energy where there was disconnection from him, and he wasn't a very happy person at some point, because of what kind of life he had, or what he went through, or what kind of person he was. So that's very much what I have, and I send lots of love to you. I love you, girl, and I'm always here for you, and thank you again, and bye now.